Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm building something for my wizarding save file again, and this time it's going to be a dragon reserve. So, as you probably know, Charlie Weasley works in a dragon reserve, and I thought it would be cool to have like his space to live as one of the buildings in the wizarding save file that I'm doing. And at the moment I'm just doing like the living quarters, so I imagine that they're all like living together in like kind of military style barracks or something, and at least a single dragon keepers. And yeah, that's why it's like a shared dormitory situation. And then they have like a little bit of a living room with some couches and armchairs, and also a fireplace, and then also a shared bathroom. And I made sure to section off the toilet and the shower so people can still go and wash their hands when someone is showering and stuff, so that is a little bit separate. And in the second structure that I put on the lot, I will do the kitchen, dining room, and the office. Office in the sense, like, it's just one desk, a computer, and a chair, so it's not really an office in that, in the sense that it's a separate room. It's more like, yeah, just a desk. And yeah, I made it cheap, at least relatively so. So the building itself costs 18 something simoleon, 18,000 something simoleons. But because I'm building in Oasis Springs in the expensive neighborhood, the lot in total costs quite a lot. So it's not as cheap as it could be. So I think in total it's like something around 25,000 simoleons if you go through my save file onto the lot. So it's not quite a starter home in that sense, but if you place it on another lot which is cheaper, maybe it could be. And yeah, as you can see, I'm basically finished with like the layouting, and now I'm just putting in some different lighting to make it more Wizarding World friendly, because I think they aren't using like saucer lights, and yeah, that's why I changed that. And now I'm also exchanging the bookcase, so it could be on the left of the fireplace. It just looked better there. And then I'm like choosing the floor tile and the wall colorings. At first I wanted to use the wood outside and inside, but then I thought, well, dragons breathe fire, so maybe that's not the best idea. So I changed that to stone. So yeah, the chance of everything burning down is maybe a little bit smaller, even though I can imagine that probably the stone melts if it's in contact with like fire, a lot of fire. Like in a sense that the dragon fire is probably quite hot. Yeah, and then I also made it a little bit smaller just to save a little bit more money, and make it, yeah, less expensive. And then I put in something for them to listen to. I like the stereo, the one that I chose. It's just, it looks so old school, and I think that really fits with the Wizarding World. Then I put in some windows as well. Mostly they are white, but I chose the white and yellow swatch, and I think the yellow swatch, it looks kind of like wood, so I decided that would be a good idea to use. And yeah, it's mostly bright wood in the build, in the dormitory at least, and in the office slash kitchen and dining area, it's more dark wood. And now I'm in the debug menu because I knew that I needed to open it, because you can only get the dragon sculpture from the debug menu. So I noticed like last week when I was building that there is a dragon sculpture, and I thought, well, that is perfect for a dragon reserve. So I remembered how I got to that dragon sculpture just for this build. So it's one of the sculptures that you can do with the woodworking table, I think. And yeah, you can just make it. But of course, you can also go through the debug menu to find it. And yeah, I did a gate as well and some fences from the debug menu, just because, well, they don't cost anything. So of course that's quite a good idea if you don't want to make the build too expensive, but still want it to look a little bit, well, full and yeah, not empty. Because oftentimes without debug it looks quite empty, especially because you can't really do landscaping. Especially in a big base game, it's really, really expensive, all the plants and stuff. So I often use debug to fill the lot. At the moment I'm placing down rocks, so the dragons have something to perch on, and making it a little bit wild. Of course, it's not quite realistic that it's just so little land for the dragon reserve, but I imagine that all the parts that you can see in the distance belong to the dragon reserve, and it's just not part of the lot. So if you go back there, it's all dragon reserve. And here you can see the dragons that I found in the debug menu. So yeah, it's just woodworking sculpture, and I put them on the rocks as if they were perching there. And yeah, I'd make them some different sizes, and then I perch them on the stones. And now I'm just terrain painting a little bit, so making it darker underneath the landscaping and some stonework in the front of the lot, and then I'm finished. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you liked it. You can look at it and download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Have a great week. Bye!